various routes which you can migrate to New Zealand and the best one for you. I completely agree that it would be tricky to say this is the best route for you or this is not the best route for you, because everyone's case is different, and I would just put out the different migration routes in which you can use to come over here to New Zealand, so that you can tailor it down and pick the one that is the most suitable for yourself. So before I dive into the proper explanation, I am simply Judah Chinelo, your out and about lady here in New Zealand, anytime, any day. I am an African immigrant, precisely from Nigeria, and Nigerian trained pharmacist, and migrated here with my husband, who came to study, and we are loving it here, we are settling. So I share information about what living here is all about. And do not forget to subscribe, to share. Yep, share, so that if you're benefiting from the information that I'm giving to you, do not deprive others from getting the information too, so that everyone will be happy at the end through having information and making the best use of it. And just a way disclaimer, I am not an immigration agent. I know if you've been following me, you already know that. Just for the new people that are stopping by. So let's get started. The number one route and the recent one that is good is the recent one that I would recommend is coming through employers accredited work visa, especially if you've got your occupation on the green list. And also I have done videos about accredited employers work visa and green list as well, and green list occupations as well. So explore those two videos to know if your occupation is on that list, and try and find an accredited employer. Stay glued to their websites whenever they're advertising. Get ready, and you could get a job offer. That would be the most cost effective route I could think of at the moment. So that is your number one route for now. So the second route I will be talking about today is student visa. Yeah, student visa, that's actually our route of migrating here. My husband migrated here as a student, as a PhD student. So I love this student visa route, in as much as it can be a little bit expensive, paying fees and a whole lot of that. Also, there are scholarships that you could access, and I have done series of videos on how you can access some full-time and partial scholarships to come over here in New Zealand to study. And I have also done a video on how to be intentional about your choice of course. If your intention is to come here to study and settle, but if your intention is to come here to study and go back, then you do not need to be intentional. You just need to study what you want to study, because afterwards you are going back. So the third route, that is my own personal route of migration, is partnership based work visa. I came here as a partner to a student. That's my husband. So you can come here as a partner to a student, as a partner to a resident, as a partner to a worker, as a partner to a citizen. So that is a good visa pathway to explore if you are in love with a partner to someone that is already here. And when I did it, it's just something that is straight off. I did the whole application myself, and just under 3 months I received a positive answer, and within less than 6 months of my husband migrating here to study, I joined him. So It is a visa route worldwide if you already have your love, your spouse, your partner already here in New Zealand. So the fourth route I will talk about, most of you are not actually aware of this route, is that you can come here through business and investment. Yeah, if you start a business here and invest a whole lot of money, that could possibly qualify you to apply for residency, permanent residency, citizenship, and gradually settle here. So they have investor one and investor two, and the difference between the categories is the amount you are investing and the duration, as in the length of time you've invested. So the investor one, you are expected to invest a minimum of 10 million New Zealand dollars within 3 years, and investor two, you are expected to invest 3 million New Zealand dollars for at least 4 years. And if you put that so much money here investing on your business, that's locating your business here, that could qualify you to become a to have your pathway towards becoming a citizen here. I know it's a bit tricky, but this is strictly for our billionaires that can afford it. So the fifth one is visitor visa. I have seen people that came here on visitor visa and find job, applied and settle, but this is not one of those migration routes I would recommend for people, especially if you are financially constrained. You want to plan ahead, because if you come here on visitor visa, the bitter truth is that you can't work. You cannot find an employer that will engage you with visitor visa. That does not authorize you to work. So what it means is that you need to be providing your essential needs such as housing, feeding, transports, and a whole lot of that, spending and depleting your account, and hoping that you work around immigration requirement to get a work visa. So I don't know how that works. I have not really, have I seen? Oh, I think I know of island lady that came via it or something like that, and she's settling. But it's if you can come as a student via scholarship or get a job, I don't know why you would want to explore that of the visitor visa routes unless you have a whole lot of money that you would be spending while you settle down. So, and there is also another route for people seeking asylum. I know people that are in countries where there is problem can apply to seek refuge, and that gets approved. But I have not, I lack experience for this particular route, and I don't know of anyone that have migrated via this particular route, but I know it does exist. So but I know there should be something happening at your end or your region that requires you to be called a refugee before you could access it. As you guys know, I stick to legal things. I stick to giving you situational report. I stick to making things transparent. So what else am I saying again? So if you are not actually a refugee and want to seek refuge, I would say don't do that, so that you do not displace those that actually needs that help. So that is the 6 routes in which you can migrate here in New Zealand that I want to talk about today. And for those of you that will be asking about NZETA in the comment section, I have already done that video prior to now, so visit that video and watch what NZETA is all about. It's not a work visa, it's not a visitor visa. I think it's more of AKA cruise ship visa. So do not come on the comment section to be asking me about if you can work with it, you cannot. Okay, that is the sixth truth through which you can migrate here and work and gradually settle and work here in New Zealand. So you know the one that suits you most, and explore, work, just do something. Yeah, before you know it, if you intend to be here, then you will be here. Bye for now, and hopefully we'll see you guys in my subsequent videos.